Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the #1 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Buckeyes will put total leather to crank us up. He'll start the return inside his 5. He's forced out of bounds. Oh, 19-yard line, an excellent job of coverage on that one.
On the double.
Back to throw, it's Simpson. Grabbed behind the line, it's Cuevas. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
The Crimson Tide can dig into that playbook here on 2nd and short. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Defense in the right spot. They stop him after a gain of 2 to the 28.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
They'll try to get it through the air. Grabbed over the middle. It's Cuevas. Love to see these 3rd down conversions on offense, and they're out to their own 39-yard line.
Well, in that down and distance, the quarterback's got to get rid of it so quickly, right? He knows the defense is going to be bearing down on him, so a nice job catching the gun snap and then turning and pivoting, getting it out of his hands quickly and accurately to pick up the first.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. He lofts it high, playing deep down the left side. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't make the connection.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Gives it on the option. Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Alabama comes to the line on 3rd and short. They'll try to run for it. Knocked down in the backfield, and that'll bring up 4th down.
Nice job by the defense. A lot of times offenses want time to mesh that RPO and read it. Nah, the defense got in there so fast, they didn't give him an option. Got the nice tackle for a loss, putting the offense in a worse situation.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First time we've seen their punt team this afternoon. I wouldn't quite call it a shank, but that's not exactly going to go on the resume reel. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. Using his legs, it's Jackson. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You definitely want to commit to the run game. You want to establish the run game. You want the defense to honor it. But if it doesn't work a little later down the road, you might think about hearing that puppy out.
This crowd bringing the energy and noise early. The lone back's got it. Oh, he's got some space. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a 1st down.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
The Buckeyes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Power football with the run. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the 1st down.
I think it's really important for this offense. They get this guy going early in the game, and they're doing a nice job of that right now. Remember, he's the kind of running back who gets better as the game goes on. That's a really good omen for this offense, considering his success now early.
He'll try the left side. He's run out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the 26.
Man, when I can run the football like that on 1st down and create 2nd and inches and stay way ahead of the sticks and be in a position now where I can throw the football or run, I will have a lot of success on the offensive side of the football.
To the right. Look out, he's got room. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Ohio State. That running back just had a caravan of blockers to take him into the end zone.
There's not very many times at home, Reese, where I'm going to say that everybody watching on their couch could have scored on that play. This is one of them.
They want to see if they can score the deuce. the play fake. And the pass is incomplete, and that's how the first quarter comes to a close. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. And we've come to the end of the first as we take a moment to check out the stats so far. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game in the second quarter. Kickoff unit all lined up, and we're ready to put toe to leather. And here's the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes that Alabama offense. That last drive won't go on the highlight reel after ending in a punt. They'd like to be more productive this time, David.
And I think this offense has to be a little bit more balanced. Find a little balance between the run, Jesse, and working in that pass.
And I think, too, David, it's just going to take a spark. It just takes one play to get this thing picked up and going.
That first down was rather unproductive. Let's see what they've got on second down for the 16. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Fires to the tight end. Defense scoops it up, and he's headed the other way.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That running game was impressive, taking them right down for a touchdown last time, David.
Yeah, just mauling. No secret play calls, just simply we are more physical than you, and we're pounding the football right at you.
So if you're on offense this next drive, take a look at their safeties and see if they're creeping up into the box. Because of your success running the football, this might be time to take a shot down the field and play action.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes! The offense did exactly what it's supposed to do with a start like that one.
When you're set up with that field position, you're thinking touchdowns. You're not thinking field goals. It's exactly what the offense does. Takes advantage of great field position.
And with the extra point, they stretch the lead to 13. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Finds his back in the middle. That's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
On back-to-back drives, this offense can't get out of their own way. They fumble again. Man, a lot of times you get fired when you fumble. This is another guy. Like, they're going to have to fire the whole team if they keep this pace going.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. He's knocked down a couple of yards behind the line of scrimmage. After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. They'll go to the ground. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
A veritable crimson tide of noise on Saban Field here on 3rd down. It's 4th and 8 and never a hesitation. They'll go for it. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. We're at the 2-minute timeout. They've built a big lead, and they'll try to pile on a little more before the break. Plenty of time to work, not any time to waste as they take over here in the final 2 minutes of the half. Wants to throw on first down. Flushed out of the pocket. Interception. You don't see him make that kind of mistake very often.
And this offense just can't get out of their own way. 3 possessions, 3 turnovers. Jesse, you have to take better care of the football. They're turning this thing over like they're a non-profit.
Yeah, this thing goes back to football 101 now. 5 points of pressure. Everybody who touches the football. Forget about X's and O's in schemes and personnel groupings. You just have to do the fundamental things correctly, and it is killing them in this game.
With the catch, it's Tate. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
Man, you see so much of this in football now. Big body wide receivers, right? Guys that can run routes and box guys out. You want to play man-to-man coverage on me? I'll put my big body on you. You throw it near me, I'll make the contested catch.
Back to pass, it's Sayin. Using his feet to buy time. It's a fumble. Once that ball was loose, offense didn't have a chance. Defenders everywhere. It's a turnover.
And, man, I love my quarterbacks that want to make plays and make those big plays and scramble around and get away from people, but you got to tuck that football away when you're going to run through arm tackles and people are around you dive and make sure you got that thing locked up. He did, and defense took advantage of it.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. Going to try to pop one on the screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And you're trying to get the ball to the running back quick and let him get some space, but there was absolutely no space. They penetrated quickly, and they got him before he could even get going.
The give on the option.
It's a bad sign on offense when you have that many people running free at your running back. That means guys up front aren't getting their blocks. Just too many hats getting to the ball carrier. I love his effort, making multiple guys miss, but still, it's a negative play.
Alabama with a lot of ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Quarterback making checks. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down.
This is going to be a tough situation for the offense here. Late in the first half, they're trying to find a way to generate some points before going into the locker room, but the defense is ready for it. So the windows are not going to be very big, especially when you're trying to attack vertically like they did on that last one. Downfield completions are going to be tough to come by.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. Makes the catch. It's Tate. Breaks into the open. Now they're starting to feel it. They've got a 1st down at the 44. The Buckeyes want to move quickly. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pass falls incomplete, and there are still 3 seconds left.
Yeah, I don't know if the quarterback got confused on 1st down. He might have thought the defense was going to be in man coverage that time, but they were in zone. They fooled him, and just didn't seem like he had his eyes in the right place, was forcing that ball to his intended target. The window way too small. The guy was not open, so that didn't have that chance to be complete.
The offense will have to use its 1st timeout of the half. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air. It's Sayin. Looking for the end zone. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. They're lined up and ready to kick off this second half. And he's going to bring this one out. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the third quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
They'll immediately call timeout.
Timeout, Ohio State.
Second down coming up. Looking for space. It's Jackson. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They don't get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
The Tide crowd rolling noise down on the Saban field on third down. Calls his own number. Chain gang on the move. It'll be a first down at the 29.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical. They're trying to stay on the field.
Pressure coming. Able to get just a few before sliding to avoid the hits.
You know, QBs want to make those big plays. They want to put up the big stats. But when nothing's there, sometimes you just tuck the ball, get a minimal gain. I like the slide, by the way, too. Get down and don't take a big hit.
The Buckeyes can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Now the play fake. He's going for it all. He got his hands on it, but couldn't hold on to it. What a time that would have been for their first pick of the game.
Got to give this defense credit, man. They've been so good in the back end and coverage. They basically gave nothing away in the first half. And here they are in the second half defending a deep ball.
And the Buckeyes line up trying to move the sticks on third and short. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Caught near the sticks. It's Smith. Gets away from one, finds room. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
I'll tell you, I just don't like throwing wide receiver screens against press man coverage. Receivers are not great blockers, and they just couldn't get it done there. And as a result, the offense actually loses a couple of points.
They've got a solid drive working, but now looking at 2nd and 11. Breaking out the jet sweep. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4.
And it's almost as if the defense knew that jet sweep was coming. Great job getting penetration at the point of attack, and they were in the backfield, nowhere for the receiver to go.
Gets behind this defense on 3rd down. Looking to throw, and he needs a chunk play. Fires to the right. Oh, it's picked off. Not the second half start they'd hoped for. That is a tough one to take. They had the interception, but it's taken away by the pass interference penalty. It's been hard enough to slow down these guys on this drive. Now the penalty gives them another 1st and 10. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires on the move. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. And he strides his way into the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
Dropping back, it's Sayed. Bringing the heat. He's got it. 2-point try is good as they build on this lead. That's taking advantage of a golden opportunity set up with great field position, and they struck quickly for the touchdown. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To the air on 1st down. Finds his man. It's Williams. Out across the 30 mark, down at the 35 after the 10-yard gain. They'll snap it on 1st down from the 35. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Caught in the backfield, it's Young. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down, and nothing doing there.
2nd down.
Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here, and they've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we've gotten here. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They had a chance to mull things over, and let's see how they start the final period here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Moving out of the pocket. He works his way across the 40-yard line. They'll mark him out of bounds at the 41.
And I think this is important for this defense. This will be a big key in the football game. Like, I got to limit the damage from that guy because that's a QB that's dynamic, and he can make so many big plays. I got to string him out. I got to make him get to the sideline. But I will say this. I do want to hit him at the end of the runs. I don't want to let him out of bounds and let him get free carries. I want it to be physical.
Well, obviously the offense went 3 and out on their last drive. They're having a little bit more success here. That was a nice run, and I think that's the key, guys. If they're able to run the football, they're going to be able to stay on the field. And I think that's something you want to think more about if you're the play caller on offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Quickly complete. And they'll shove him out of bounds after the short gain.
QB, excellent location on that throw. Out route against man coverage, you cannot miss. If you throw that behind, that might be a pick 6. So nice job by the quarterback with his accuracy.
Sends it back in motion. Deep shot for the end zone. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down.
One of the biggest reasons today why this offense is losing in the game is they haven't been able to get it going throwing the football. This guy still has not thrown a touchdown pass. They thought coming into this game they were going to have tons of success throwing it, but you got to give the defense credit. They watched the film. They've been mixing up their looks defense.
Intercepted. Man, they just can't get anything going. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's past, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what,
that ball is intercepted at the goal line. Bringing it back. Bust through behind his pad. He is finally out of bounds, but he was smelling that end zone on that return.
Well, the defense isn't quitting. They're obviously down big here in the fourth quarter with just a little bit of time left. Obviously, it'll take a Herculean effort to come back, but could that interception be the spark that ignites this team?
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. You're going to win this game.
Now on second down. Rides to back and leaves it. Runs through the tackle. Still on his feet at the 45. He's loose on the right. Touchdown, Alabama! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed. Look at the elusiveness. Get into the end zone. Nice run.
He'll try to tack on one more. And after the extra point, they're now down 21-7. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
We've seen this offense click and hum, and it's not clicking. And something's a little bit off, and I like the deep shot down the field. At least it wasn't an interception, but they got to find a way in this O to manufacture some first downs and some passing yards because everything's been difficult today.
To throw, it's Sayin. Going back to the well, another deep ball. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He'll take the deep shot. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Buckeyes in the hurry up. On 4th down, they'll try to throw it. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Drop the football, and they'll turn it over on downs. They spun that wheel of fortune on 4th down and come up bankrupt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. Motion from the wide receiver. Using his feet. Powers through the defender. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. 2 minutes now left in this one, and time is running short if they want to find a way to pull this one out. And at this point on the field, I mean, I guess why not try to guess the snap count? Defense gets caught, still 1st and goal. Trying to get the edge on the toss. Beck's going for the goal line. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And that's step 1. Great job by this offense getting in the end zone. Now you got to go get the stop. You got to get the football back. You got to find a way to do something to create a turnover, get an onside, to get the football back, to get back in this football game.
Getting set for the point after. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They didn't have a whole lot of real estate in front of them when they took over possession, but they wasted no time. Couple of plays into the end zone. Now to make sure this kickoff team covers it well to not give back that last score. He'll return it. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Tight end now in motion. Looking downfield, it's Sayin. Rushes on him. And he can't get it off. Taken down. What a huge play this late in the game. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. The Buckeyes trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll move the tight end. Looking to fire. Got it in the middle. It's Tate. Pulled down for the tackle. They'll use a timeout here. You have to be certain at this point in the game. From the gun, wants to pass. Sends it downfield. Catch in stride inside the 15. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to do it. They ought to be able to run out the clock from here. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one, but we know who he really wants to go to on 3rd down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
He wants to throw it. Looking to the end zone. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And it was so important for the offense to come up with a touchdown there and not kick a field goal. You're trying to put this thing out of reach. And that touchdown puts so much pressure on their opponent now with less than 2 minutes to go.
Looking for the 2-point try. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And the score comes on a 5-yard touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. And good work by the coverage team to knock down the return man. This drive will open from the 15. Looking to throw at Simpson. Got a man, it's Horton. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. Everybody has to be set. They have to get it off. Looking downfield on first down. Here's a throw downfield late. And he is finding wide-open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. They're in command of this game. Now let's see if they try to rub a little salt in the wound or happy with getting the W.
Yeah, and listen, this makes the post-game handshake fun sometimes. If you do choose to rub a little salt in and keep chugging and keep scoring, I'm here for it, Jesse. Like, your job is to score points. It's my job to stop it. Keep the foot to the accelerator. Keep trying to play ball.
I agree 1,000%. That's like Steve Spurrier back in the day when I was playing for the Gators. You go and play for him because you want the opportunity to throw the ball. So when you get in the game late, you're not handing it off. We were beating Central Michigan by 80-something points. He was still letting us throw the football. It's the defense's job to stop it.
And the Buckeyes are in the hurry up. Off play action on first down. Right down the middle. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the stomping has commenced.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And he makes the extra point. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
14.
On the run from inside his own 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. To the air, it's Simpson. Dumps it off in the flats. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Offense gets set for second down. It's a lost cause, but they keep fighting. That's caught. It's Williams. And that will be in the final play as the clock strikes 0 here. Coming into this one, we wondered whether these guys were a little bit overrated, and certainly they did nothing to dispel that notion.
They were playing angry today, and I know talking to some of their players, David, coming into this game, they felt like they were being disrespected A lot of people thought their opponent might get them today, so they took this opportunity to make a statement and make an example out of their opponent.
And those are fun moments in the locker room, aren't they, Jesse? Like, everybody's doubting us. Nobody thinks we can win. It's really easy to motivate that type of squad. They played motivated. They played a little ticked off. I'm here for it. I love it. I love the excitement, the adrenaline, the emotion, and they earned a big dub today.
That will put the wrap on things from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis. You've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see, the number 13 team in the country, the Miami Hurricanes, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by a couple of legends, and yes, we do use that term loosely. David Pollack from the University of Georgia and former Gator Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get down to the field. Alabama about to kick off to get this game underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Looking to throw, it's Beck. Using the quick game. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
In college football, you see this a ton now. And you use a quick passing game, basically as the running game. Get a few yards, get your offense ahead of the sticks, keeps it on pace for success.
You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Back to pass. He's got him. Didn't pick up a lot there. Moved it forward just a few. And the Hurricanes come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and short, the power run here. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38.
Every offensive coordinator in the country, they come in the game, they have a script. They have a couple plays they want to go through to get their team settled in, get down and get in good third down situations, execute on third down. Nice start on this opening drive by the offense.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. A great job in the base defense making a play.
Those two not on the same page. It's incomplete.
And how nice is it to have the home crowd going absolutely bananas? Communication is harder. The snapping the football, everybody being on time. Man, this crowd really affecting the football game.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Going for the big play. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Not only made the pick, but he also made up some ground and took it back to the 38.
And I tell you what, defensively, you want to set the tone, and you gave up a few plays, but bowed your neck, got a big turnover. That's what you dream about. You dream about forcing a turnover, especially on the first possession. Offense, it's your turn.
This offense has it with really good field position. The give is to Miller. They're just trying to flex the muscle. They get him down at the 34 after a pickup of 4.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
He'll do it himself. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Flying out to the left. 10. Touchdown, Hurricanes. How about this defense taking one back to the house?
And that's just the guy you want to find that football. The ball's loose. Who do you want to get it? One of your little fast guys. The defensive back picks it up and turns on the afterburners, takes it all the way back for the touchdown.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. That is a defensive player's dream. Ball sitting there, chance to scoop it up, run with it, and they don't stop you until the band starts playing. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. Finding themselves down 7-0, they'd love to get a drive going here. Here's the handoff. There he goes! May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
To the air, it's Simpson. Firing to the right, complete. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
They kick it away on 4th down. And after the punt, that's where they'll mark it, just outside the 30-yard line. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Starts the drive trying to go up top. Caught in the backfield, it's Fletcher. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work.
2nd down, he'll throw it. Just not quite able to make the connection. It's incomplete.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
Oh, they're after him. And the deflection on 3rd down. How big is that? Forces a 4th down.
3rd and short like that on your own side of the field. You're just looking for a quick hitter. You're trying to get the ball out of your hand quickly, but the timing completely off there for the offense, and the ball falls incomplete.
And the Canes will try to pick it up on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. Hey, midfield, he's got room. And not much of a 4th down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
Looking for a man. It's back. Unloads to the wideout. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. It's a fumble. Past the first down marker and still running. A fortuitous turn of events to keep possession of that one. I don't know if it was luck or aggression or just a fortuitous bounce, but at least they've got the ball back.
Well, one thing I do know, Reese, this running back has got to do a better job with ball security. You cannot turn the football over and expect to win this game. They're very lucky they were able to jump on top of that one.
They make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a first down. We've reached a break, and Miami is holding on to the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Now to see if these guys can get back in the game as we open the second quarter. So first down here as they go back to work. Wants to throw on first down. Makes the grab. And out of bounds right at the 12-yard line.
You complete some of these hitch throws early, you're setting up the hitch and go. Later on, you can pump fake that. And then the receiver can pirouette right up the sideline. That might be a home run play for the offense.
Not quite in rhythm there. Incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Big third down in the red zone, and this crowd is getting behind this defense. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. The Tide crowd rolling noise down onto Saban Field on third down. Wants to throw. It's back. Steps away to find some room. Throws to the wideout. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Oh, he dropped it. Just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. The decision to go for it does not pan out. Here comes that Alabama offense. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative.
Breaks away on the left. Lowers those pads. Another broken tackle. He's at the 10. Touchdown Tide. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. When that receiver got free, it was all over.
And it's so nice to have a receiver like this as a quarterback because you pad my stats. I like those long touchdown passes where I just threw it really short, and he did the rest of the work.
Looking for the tie with the extra point. And he tacks on the extra point. Aggressive play calling on that drive. Just 2 plays, they get the long touchdown pass to pay it off. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone, it's Marion. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Well, it's a nice job by the quarterback getting the ball out of his hands quickly on that RPO. He saw something he liked, just not on the same page with his receiver.
Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to throw, it's back. He'll loft one deep down the left side. Intercepted. A first half turnover can swing momentum. And they'll... Welcome, everyone, to the home of the Fighting Irish, South Bend, Indiana, beneath the Golden Dome and Notre Dame Stadium. As we'll see the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 9th-ranked team in the land, the Notre Dame Fighting Irish. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. Notre Dame lining up to kick off and get this one started. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. The give to the running back from the shotgun. He'll be stopped at the 27, but picks up 10 on that one.
Really good-looking run. You know, you think about the legacy Alabama has at the running back position. It's ridiculous. Mark Ingram won a Heisman, obviously. Derrick Henry, Josh Jacobs. I'm going to go back to Sean Alexander, who I played against back in the day, too. All these guys had speed. All these guys had vision and quickness. And this guy right here, he has all of those traits himself. Just another big-time talent in the Crimson Tide backfield.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 27. To the ground. He's got it again. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
And that's a really nice play. It's impressive. When it's 1st down and the defense thinks you might be running the football, you still can line up. You can get some movement at the point of attack and find a little crease for your running back.
This crowd going to try to make life miserable for these guys. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. Turning it on! And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the 1st down.
And talking to the OC this week, getting this running back going was step number 1. It was priority number 1. He said it makes the whole offense go. Like, he is the bell cow. He is the guy. This offense doing exactly what they set out to do on this first drive.
Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Trying play action. He lobs one high down the left side. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up.
You know, as an offense, you just don't get that many great opportunities in games to hit these type of big-time plays. When plays like that present themselves and receivers are open, as a quarterback, you have got to make that throw.
You want to talk about shaking down thunder from the sky. That's what they're doing here on 3rd down. Makes the grab. It's Miller. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the 1st down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
Looks as if the Tide will punt it away. And before they can kick it, the receiving team's going to call a timeout.
Timeout, Notre Dame.
The punt team makes its way onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. Punt is in the air on 4th down. Not able to pop the big quick return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. Leaves it with the back. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground. Take away that run game. Make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Scanning the field, it's Carr. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
And this offensive line's got to do a little better job, man. You've got to give your quarterback time to go through his progressions, from go to 1 to 2, and then maybe make a play. And he goes off of his first target, and you could tell he did not have much time getting hit as he's trying to throw the football. You've got to protect your quarterback.
He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a first down. Just not able to shake enough defenders and comes up a little bit short.
And I think a lot of times on third down, Reese, you bet on your guy. When you're an offensive guy, you say, okay, he's going to break a tackle, he's going to get north and south and somehow get the first down. Nice tackling by the defense, understanding where they...
Hauls it in, the first down and more. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
Notre Dame ready to go with another first down. Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Really nice first down run, and you're seeing why this running back is an every down type back. He can run between the tackles, he can run outside, he can catch the football, he can block. This guy can do it all.
They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Oh, he's going to take a shot at the DB. And that ball is hauled in inside the 35. Touchdown, Notre Dame! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
And that touchdown just got this whole place going, didn't it? You got everybody doing the Irish jig. Touchdown, Jesus is happy. You got the leprechaun, he's dancing. The energy in this place right now is on another level after that score. No wonder this is such a tough place to come in and try to get a win on the road.
And the extra point was good.
Notre Dame 7, Alabama 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. He'll pull it on the read. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
You know, as a quarterback, when you're doing this zone read play, you got to read that defensive end. If he crashes down hard inside to take the running back away, right away you know now you're keeping the football. Nice job by the quarterback.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Taking it the other way. Touchdown, Irish! The defense gets it done with a huge interception return.
And the defense sets the tone early in this football game. We're still in the first quarter, and this is looking like they're putting a complete game together. Offense scoring, defense scoring. Palmer, they're up 2 touchdowns already.
Yeah, you got to give this coaching staff credit. They have their guys ready to go.
Oh, they want the 2, and the holder tries to throw for it. They'll knock him down behind the line, and that's how we'll end this quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Notre Dame has the lead. And they jumped out to that edge early. As we wrap up the first, let's take a quick look at our game stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. He had visions of glory on that return, but he'll step out of bounds at the 29. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They really need to find a way to generate some offense here, having fallen behind 13-zip. Nice pickup on the ground there, and they'll move the sticks with the first down. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Oh, he's got some space. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
Well, you saw that broken tackle, David. This defense has to do a real good job with gang tackling to stop this guy today.
You cannot assume one guy's going to get him to the ground. Everybody's got to swarm to the football, all eyes on him, and play physical.
Miller with the ball. You'll take 4 yards on first down every time, 2nd and 6.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The volley cheers going on high, and here comes the Thunder being shaken down on 3rd down. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Timeout, Alabama.
The Crimson Tide needs to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to pass, it's Simpson. Fires to the middle. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Leaves it with the back. And he's stuffed by that big defensive tackle up front.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Stuffed on back-to-back plays. He got nothing, and now they're looking at 3rd and long.
And just a great job by the defense being stout, right? That's your job. Be stout up front, stuff in the run play, make them get in more passing situations, but do not let them run the football. That's 101. Stop the run first.
Breaks into the open. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. The sure hands, it's Love. Open field on the right. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Fighting Irish.
If I'm a play caller nowadays, man, I want more guys like this. Just versatility. You can see he can catch it out of the backfield like a wide receiver, or he can run it. Nice job catching the football with his hands, using his speed to do the rest and get into the end zone.
And the extra point is good, and the lead moves to 20. Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. Looking for an alley from inside his own 20. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. Opening play of this drive comes from the 26-yard line. Now they'll run the draw. Breaks the tackle. Now after that run, they're in pretty good shape at the 30-yard line. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Back to throw, it's Simpson. Fires to the wideout. Oh, he drops it. That is a catch he makes 99 times out of 100, but it'll be 3rd down.
And you got to put that one on the receiver. That's just a flat-out drop. That's a good throw by the quarterback. That's a catch that receiver needs to make.
On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Grab near the sticks. It's Bernard. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's 1st down at the 38. Last completion moved the sticks, and let's see if they try it again. To the air on 1st down. With the catch, it's Cuevas. He stopped at the 49 after gaining 10. They've been steamrolled so far in this first half, David, but maybe a little positive momentum to take to the locker room.
Well, and I like you got the first down of the drive, so maybe you can build on this now. I would play with some tempo, obviously getting closer to halftime here. Maybe create some momentum, get a score here, and cut into this lead.
How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down?
How nice is it in this offense to have your best receiver playing in the slot? You're matching him up against linebackers, against safeties, or nickel corners. Nickel corners are oftentimes the defense's 3rd best cornerback. This guy is virtually uncoverable.
Trying to make magic with his feet. Great job to get down with the slide after getting everything you could.
And I love the change in decision-making, right? That was a much better job. Last possession, tried to force it in there, threw the interception. This possession, it's not there. Take off and scramble. Great job. You got enough athletic ability to do that. Big 3rd down conversion by this offense.
We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Halfway there on 1st down, it's 2nd and 5. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Gets it out fast. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion.
Well, it's a nice job by the tight end there. He's patient. He fights his way through all the traffic in the middle of the field, running that drag route, making it an easy completion for the quarterback.
Takes the handoff. It's Young. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a 1st without scoring. Looking downfield very late in the half. Quick completion on the out. They go up top to get it down to the 5-yard line as they try to pay off this drive. Quick timeout from the offense to save precious seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Takes it from the gun on 3rd down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds.
QBs and receivers on 3rd down, everything has to happen just a split second sooner. You're expecting pressure, the quarterback gets hit, just not on the same page with his target.
And is slips just inside that right upright. Are forced to settle for 3.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
The ball bounces through the end zone, and it will be a touchback. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Wants to go up top on 1st down. Takes a hit as he fires. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And he'll be brought down, and that's how we'll end the first half. Alabama ready to put a boot to it to start the second half. Coming out with it, it's Price. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Here come the Irish back on offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that. You want to see good decision-making. You want to see him playing on time. And as always, delivering the football with accuracy.
I mean, I don't know how I don't give him the football. It's the reason I built the lead. He's the guy that I can trust. This offense is built around him. So I expect more of the same here in the second half.
Corralled and brought down by the defense. You know, David, this is really what game managing is. Nice pickup on second down to help them on the next play.
Yeah, and I think people look at that negative sometimes, finding a quarterback that's a game manager. No, use your brain. Set up good situations. I'm way more successful when I can keep those sticks at a more manageable situation, and I'm not as predictable on a third down.
Quarterback doing what he does best. He can move. Can't make the connection on third down thanks to that tough, hard-nosed pass defense, and now it's fourth down.
That is a good omen for this defense. They were getting lit up in the first half. They knew something had to change. So to set the tone like this early on their opening drive of the third quarter and get a stop on third, that should really help their confidence.
Gliding to the right, still trying to make a play. Wide open downfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
You got to have better tackling in the back end on defense. The guy didn't have the first once he had the ball in his hand, but because you missed the tackle, they've now got a fresh set of downs.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
And as a defensive player, you see so much option nowadays and so many different variants of it. And you got to play very disciplined, sound football. And you could tell he knew he was responsible for the quarterback. He goes and gets him, sits him on the ground, creates a tackle for a loss.
Looking for a man. It's Carr. Got his man out of the backfield. And this one will be stopped for no gain. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Notre Dame facing a third and long, trying to keep this drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unleashes one. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And look, I know this offense made some adjustments at halftime, and they couldn't wait to get back out on the field and try to generate a score. But their defense is playing lights out. So to me right now, this is a no-brainer. After the incompletion on third, just punt it away and let your defense eat.
Fires to the big fella. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
That's a gutsy call. And I know the analytics world says to go for it more often, but when you're in your own territory and now you turn the football over to the other team, points are so much easier.
There he goes. Good execution. They move the sticks, and they've got it at the 33.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
Looking to throw on first down. Just a short pass to the tight end.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. They get this sophomore on the ground, but he continues to make plays.
You know what? Everybody gets energized on the whole football team when you got running backs that fight for extra yards and breaks tackles. It's awesome to watch. Everybody literally gets a little jolt of energy because that guy continues to fight for everything he gets.
Gives it on the option. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
It'd be interesting to watch this offense really down the stretch because they can't really have that balance, especially when they're going backwards. Like, they're down, they've got to put up some points, got to get some stops. I think this offense has to be aggressive, and I think it's going to have to be through the air.
Snagged in the middle, it's Williams. Touchdown, Bama! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy. The connection between quarterback, wide receiver, you can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And the score comes on a 17-yard throw for the touchdown. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. Fielded in the end zone. It's Price. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. They'll try to put a drive together starting from their own 12. Wide receiver going in motion. Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
Here's the thing. I know this guy's not going to win the Heisman Trophy, but he's a pretty talented football player that's made big plays for this offense in the past. They have not had any success when they've given him chances so far in this game. And in the third quarter, you're getting a little nervous, I think, if you're the head coach, because he's a guy you need to have success if you're going to win.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field.
Working that left side now. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short.
Now, 4th down.
Guys, we've come to the end of the quarter, and Notre Dame has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. Here comes the 4th. Time to see who steps up, who makes the winning plays to take home that W. Notre Dame talked it over, and here's what they have on 4th down to start the 4th. He'll go to the sneak. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down.
Man, when I was at Florida, Steve Spurrier would wait for this opportunity in a game 4th and inches, and he'd signal in Snoop. Quarterback sneak. It works every time.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. Notre Dame has the ball and ready to get moving. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Time is on their side, and they're going to wind that play clock all the way down. On the ground, trying to pull the plug on this clock. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
It's going to be tough sledding for the offense here. They're trying to ice this game by running the football and bleeding the clock. They've got a pretty good lead here late in the game, but the defense knows the run's coming, right? So they're going to be loading the line of scrimmage, getting stops like what they just did. Be interesting to see what the offense does on this next one.
And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
Great job by the defense dialing up some pressure on third down. They hit the quarterback and forced the incompletion.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Big tight end makes the grab. First down, still on his feet. Good, solid pickup on that one. They've got it out to the 40, and it's first down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Notre Dame coming to the line with another first down. To the air, it's Carr. Setting up the screen. Shakes off the defender.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in the game like this, right? You still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
The Irish might opt to take a shot here on 2nd and inches. Looking to throw again. Got it in the middle, it's Bob. Really putting together a threat now. They get the first, it's at the 37.
You got to love how they just continue to do what they do. It's the fourth quarter, you got to lead. There's no reason to get conservative. We're a passing offense. Great job on first down, better job on second down. This offense continuing to stay in a rhythm.
Give to the back. Stop behind the line, he'll lose a yard. We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and the clock is... on their side. They'll just try to run it out here. I'd expect we're going to get another dose of the running game at this point, even though it's 2nd and 11. Wants to go up top. That's caught. It's locked. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short game there.
Again, this is a running back that can hurt you running it between the tackles, and he's dangerous out in space. They like to throw it to him out on the perimeter as he picks up a couple of yards there.
The Irish will need to move the sticks on 3rd and long to keep this drive going. Back to throw, it's Carr. Lets it fly. Got it inside the 10. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
With the run on 1st and goal. And he takes it in for a score. Touchdown, Notre Dame! That would have put a little extra distance, give them a little cushion down the stretch.
And there was a little bit of hope, but you just snatched it away with that touchdown. This game is now over.
And now they'll try to get the 2-point conversion, guys. The snap sets up the throw. Makes the grab in the end zone for the 2 as they extend the lead. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they punctuated it with a 5-yard touchdown run. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. On the ground, it's Young. That may not look like a huge run, but they'll take it as it gets them up to the 24. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Got his man downfield. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you could tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking downfield on 1st down. Pulls it in, it's Williams.
Well, and here's the problem offensively, because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Now trying to keep this drive alive on 3rd and long from the 45. Here's the snap, looking to throw. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the 4th quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
One more play to pad the stats. On 4th down, looking to pass. He wants a big play here late. And the pass goes incomplete, and that's going to do it. Clock strikes 0, ball game is over. I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people point to this game, possible upset, 2 really good teams. Jesse, they made it clear. There's only one really good team. It was them. They were the favorite, and they just made a point of it.
You're right. Not all ranked teams are created equal. One of these teams is a college football playoff contender. The other simply is not. And that demonstrated itself today. The higher-ranked team is a team with national championship aspirations. They've got so much talent. They look good today.
Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football. Welcome to the home of the Alabama Crimson Tide. Tuscaloosa, Alabama, Saban Field at Bryant-Denny Stadium. As we'll see the number 4 team in the country, the Georgia Bulldogs, taking on the 10th-ranked team in the land, the Alabama Crimson Tide. For EA Sports, I'm Reese Davis, Jesse Palmer, and David Pollack with me. Guys, can't wait to get this started. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. no chance at a return here. to the home of the Ohio State Buckeyes, Columbus, Ohio, and the old horseshoe on the banks of the Olentangy. As we'll see, the number 10 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the number 1 team in the land, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Buckeyes will get us started with the opening kickoff. Looking for blockers. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Back to pass, it's Simpson. The short hands, it's Williams. And a good job of coverage by that defense, just a short pickup.
And that's a good job by the drag route there, understanding its zone coverage. So instead of continuing to run across the field, he settles down into an open spot, making it easy for his quarterback.
From the gun, running back gets the give. Oh, it's a fumble. Oh, the offense fortunate to fall on that one, and they'll live to fight another play. And wait just a second. The official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The horseshoe is rocking, trying to help their defense on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Alabama with a 1st and 10 here. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. Back to pass, it's Simpson. Grabbed in the middle, it's Williams. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Quarterbacks love the short passing game early in games because it really helps them get into a rhythm. So nice job by the offensive coordinator, giving his quarterback an easy throw, something he can see, and something that he knows he can complete.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Makes the catch. It's Miller. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the 1st down. They were able to make the completion, but he had to pick his way for just a little bit. Needed a little more help to spring him for some yardage.
Yeah, if you're going to have success when you throw it outside like that, you're going to need some more blocking and better blocking downfield. Give the defense credit, though. They were able to rally and made a tackle.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He wants to throw it again. Catch in the middle, it's Horton. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Convert that 3rd down on the slant. Now everybody sort of settles into the game.
Yeah, you do have nerves. I mean, everybody does. Opening drive that you've watched film, and how good are they really? And you get that first down, you throw the quick timing slant. Now, everybody settle in. We're good. We got this.
Well, it's plays like that that'll help this offense stay in rhythm all game long. If you can have that kind of success on first down running the football, it just opens up your entire playbook moving forward.
Alabama with a multitude of options on second and short. Back to pass. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
Toss to the outside. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. This offense has moved into plus territory, and they want to keep the heat on. They'll go for it on fourth down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. And so on their opening drive of the game, they want to stay on the field, and the offense will go for it on fourth down. Trying to keep the drive alive. Looks as if the Crimson Tide will have the first down.
Well, you're seeing analytics become a bigger part of college football each and every year, and there is a good example of it. Opening drive of the game, you're across the 50, fourth down, and it says run the ball and go for it. Even if you don't get it, your opponent's going to have to drive a ways. There's still a lot of football left to play. Hindsight's always 20/20, but that was an excellent decision by the head coach.
He hurls one deep down the left side. Picked off, and the opening drive is stopped with an interception. Looking for more room.
Well, the defense came into this game, guys, knowing that they were going to be tested with the offense throwing it vertically down the field. And we saw it right there on the opening drive. They were ready for it. Great job locating the ball and getting the INT.
Leaves it with the running back. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42. Line getting set on second down. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Let's see if the offenses can find a little rhythm as we start the second quarter. To the air, it's Sayin. Caught behind the line, it's Peoples. And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a first down.
And a great job by the QB finding the running back, getting the football where he can do some damage after the catch, and most importantly, get the first down.
They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. On the run, it's Jackson. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to go up top. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Defense in press coverage. The quick out. That'll be enough for the first down as they mark it down at the 31-yard line.
Nice poise by the quarterback. Here's a big third down throw, and you want to push the ball vertically down the field, but if the defense takes it all away, check the ball down. Get it to your running back and let him go do the work and move the sticks for you.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground.
And winning first downs is a priority for a defense, and you can't get bludgeoned. You can't get physically beat at the point of attack. You know the percentages. It's usually pretty good on first down that they're going to run the football. So them getting that big chunk, getting in second and short, not a good job by this defense.
He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. The Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. They're threatening to score, and they'll throw it. Card in the backfield. It's Jackson. Got some room, headed to the goal line. He's run out of bounds after the big gain, and they are in business, first and goal.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Trying to power it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on second and goal. Dropping back, it's Sayin. Good timing on the quick out. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. They took it 64 yards right down the field. Finished off by a guy known for catching passes, but he carried it into the end zone. And he takes this from inside the 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. Out of the gun, the running back has it. Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs.
And that is just an attitude run, running it right up the middle, right into the teeth of that defense.
And they'll line up from the 31 on first down. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Finding open areas.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were...
Turning it on! And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
I like the running back there on the route and the patience he showed, really setting it up. He got to the defender, was able to put his foot in the ground, get some separation, catch it, and turn upfield for the first.
The offense changing the play. Dropping back, it's Simpson. Gets it away off his back foot. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
I think sometimes as a quarterback, when your offense is struggling, you don't have any points up on the board yet here at the end of the first half. You're just trying to take a shot to see if your guy can make a play. And that time, he thought he had the matchup he wanted, but he has just not been able to ever find a rhythm. And this defense is making it really hard on him, forcing that one to fall incomplete.
So now it's 2nd and long. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. That's caught. It's Miller. They bring him down, but it'll be 1st down at the 42.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
They've got it. 1st and 10 at the 42. Quarterback on the move, still looking. Hit hard just as he released it on 1st down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
And that's why you always want to be pursuing the football. QB's scrambling, he rolls out to the right, but don't quit if you're on defense. Get somebody after the QB. They got to him, they hit him, and forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection. Can't make the connection. The pressure there caused the missed timing.
We just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. They've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a play on 3rd down. This offense just has to do a better job protecting their quarterback. Give them a split second more time to complete that throw, but they couldn't do it there.
3 straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Finds his man. It's Bernard. Inside the 30, down to the 29. Time is running short here in the first half. There's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half. Alabama comes to the line with 1st and 10. Looking to throw, it's Simpson. Makes the catch. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. How about the zip this junior put on that ball to pick up the 1st down? From the gun, the give, looking for room. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? The hurry up now, 2nd down, clock ticking. They'll keep it on the ground. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. This will likely be the last play of the half. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. Zings it complete to the right. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. We're just about ready to start the second half. And that is not the optimal solution there. The kickoff out of bounds, and the offense will have a little bit easier time of things. To throw, it's Sayin. Looking to scramble. That's reeled in, it's Jackson. Ridden out of bounds at the 45, a big play for this offense.
And this quarterback wasn't thinking about taking off and running with that one. He was outside the pocket, but he kept his eyes down the field. He kept reading the coverage. He was surveying to find an open target. Accurate throw, and they get the 1st down.
Got it behind the line. It's Jackson. At the 20, he's got space. He defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
And one of the things I love about this running back is his versatility. He's not just good running the football, but he can catch it as well, and he can make things happen with the ball in his hands. Nice job by the quarterback, getting through the progression, getting it out to his guy, and he does the rest, and that generates a huge play.
And that big gainer on the last one has them threatening from inside the 10. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
To the air on 2nd down. Moves around to clear up the vision. It's complete on the right side. And he'll run out of bounds just short of the goal line. Wanted to get it in, but couldn't quite get home.
Well, short completion setting up 3rd down now. Who is your best playmaker that you can target in this area of the field?
And they've moved closer, and still they need 2 yards. 3rd and goal. Quick completion on the outlet. Touchdown, Ohio State! That's the way you finish a drive and put up points.
Love the thought process by the quarterback here on this play. Nobody open in the end zone. Find your check down. Find the running back. He does that, and once this guy's got the ball in his hands, he shows you that elusiveness and his ability to sniff out the end zone.
And he knocked that one right down the middle.
14, Alabama, 0.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Guys, here comes that Alabama offense onto the field. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game. So, Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll try the run. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking downfield, it's Simpson. Got the quick pass. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down.
Yeah, when you get that man coverage, most people are taught to have inside leverage. So that out route's there if your QB can put some air on it and throw it outside of the guy. But tight coverage, but a really nice throw on that out route.
This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
And just wedges it ahead a bit before he's brought down. Hang on, Swoopy. The Buckeye crowd alive on 3rd down. Rides the back on the option. The give. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
And after your defense just went out there and gave up a touchdown and let them build the lead more, you really need to come out with this drive and answer. And the running game is not it. They were ready for that. Gonna have to create some explosive plays through the passing game.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. First snap of this drive will come from their own 32. Going right to work up top. Hauls it in. Makes the grab almost to the first down marker, but a good pickup on that one. And the Buckeyes headed quickly to the line. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Lining up, trying to convert this 3rd and short from the 40. Looking to throw, it's Sayin. Makes the grab on the left. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line.
It's a nice play call there. You've got 2-possession lead. You're trying to keep the defense guessing, right? Because you've got that lead. They know you're going to run it, but you still have got to be able to sprinkle in some shot plays and some...
Brings him to the open.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. The give to the back. And brought down. Looks as if that's how we'll end the 3rd. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. They've built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. After swapping into the field, they gave them a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. The throw. Makes the grab. It's Jackson. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. They already have a comfortable lead, up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Pulls it in. It's Smith. He's not going to get there. Stopped short on 4th down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead. Multiple possessions, you're looking really, really good, late in the ball game, and you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like the offense doing what they do. Get your defense, get a stop. That's your job, and you did it.
He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
It's pretty amazing at this point of the game. They're still in a position to win. Not everything has gone right for them up to this point, but with a couple of minutes left on the clock, if they can get a touchdown here, get a stop, and then get another score, they win, but they've got to start being aggressive and taking shots.
Got a man. It's Bernard. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
And these are these moments, man, when you're trailing by a couple possessions, you've got to put it together. Your quarterback has to come through. I mean, it's not a surprise. It's going to be passes. He's got to be smart. He's got to be quick with his decision-making, and they kind of got to be up near the line of scrimmage and be in a little bit of a hurry.
With the catch, it's Young. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Picked up some yardage with that completion. Now 2nd down. Wants to throw again. Makes the catch. It's Williams. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
There he goes. Look at that toughness, just running through everybody.
Man, I just love physical backs that break tackles and get those extra yards and show that toughness, Palmer.
He's so hard to get on the ground, David. He plays with great pad level and also has phenomenal balance for a running back.
To the air, it's Simpson. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
They'll leave it with him. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down. Alabama trying to cash in on this red zone trip. Off the play fake on first down. Got the tight end outside. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1.
And this offense has not had much to cheer about. There's something right there. Let's see if they can string a couple of plays together. Listen, this game's probably over, but this offense has got to find some kind of a rhythm, something they can hang their hat on so that moving forward, this offense has an identity.
First and goal, and this feels like their chance to give them a finish. They'll try to get it in with the run. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball.
This is what you love to see from your red zone defense now. You're making the opponent go backwards. Really nice stop on the run, a TFL. Now you got a big second down here, probably expecting the offense to throw with a little bit more room to work with.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
I like the aggressiveness by this defense. You got to play tight on the wide receivers. There's not a lot of space on the field. You got to be aggressive, and you got to make tackles.
If they can pay off this third and goal opportunity, man, oh man, those collars start getting a little tight across the way. The run from the shotgun. Absolutely nowhere to go as this defense makes a third down stop.
Man, if I'm quarterback right now, after this long of a drive down this close, I'm going for a touchdown here, Pop.
And I get that, but I've worn this defense out, man. I'm going to go for the touchdown right here. And if I miss, they got to go the whole length of the field to score a touchdown.
A fourth quarter field goal down by this much, that's a lot like putting a lipstick on the proverbial pig. And he takes this one into the end zone, and all of a sudden, we've got a chance at a finish.
Well, the good news is you scored a touchdown. You've made this a one-possession game. The bad news is you got to get the ball back. So if you're the head coach, you got to start thinking, how are we going to do that? Are we going onside kick, or do we trust our defense to give it back to the O?
And with the extra point, every little bit counts as they get closer. They put it in the end zone with a 12-play scoring drive. Trailing by a touchdown here in the fourth, they'll try to get it back with the onside kick. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Yeah, and this is why you put your hands team on the field most of the time. When you know it's coming, and you put those guys that are great catchers of the football. The first guys, what do? They go block. They go blow somebody up. The next guys catch the football, secure it, get your butt on the ground. And most of the time when you do this, the ball game is over.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Running back searching for a hole. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. They get the timeout called with 7 seconds left on the clock.
Alabama.
They'll need to get this one to the 31 here on third down. They go to the ground. And the defense knew exactly where that first down line was, and they stopped him short. What a show both of these teams put on today. Couple of outstanding squads, hotly contested battle all the way to the very end.
Yeah, we came into this one expecting this to be a back-and-forth battle. We knew it was going to go down late into the fourth quarter. At the end of the day, the higher-ranked team, David, they were really able to lean on those playmakers and that leadership they've got in the locker room.
Yeah, and now I think even more so, you're starting to believe in them. They're battle-tested. This team they find a way to get things done. That's why they're ranked where they're at, and I expect this team to stay in contention for the college football playoff because they're proving week in and week out they're a really good squad.
That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.